welcome to part 6 of our mini train series. Part 6 is the axle peg. This is what holds the wheel to the train body. When you look at it, you'll notice it is essentially just a 1/4 inch bolt. It kind of has a machine type head on it, a rounded head, and then a hex socket head on the top. And so whenever we draw it, we're going to draw it pretty similar to what we drew, how we drew the stack in part 2 and the hitch peg in part 4. We're not given the profile, the shaded profile like those parts, but we are given the information that we need to create our own profile. And so we'll go ahead and get started. I know all the dimensions that I need and kind of have an idea of what my profile is going to look like. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Start 2D sketch. This is a standard IPT file. I'm starting it on the XY plane. I am going to, like I said, draw it pretty similar to what I've done those other ones, just kind of roughly sketching. And then I'll draw the other side. You can kind of see that if we were to revolve that, it would somewhat resemble my bolt. I'm going to come back and add some dimensions. So I know my bolt is 1 inch from the bottom of the bolt to the bottom of the head. The head overall is 1/8 inch height. So I'm going to have 1.125. I know, and I got that from right here. This lip that is going around the head is 0.031 inches. So I will add that 0.031. My flat spot for my hex head is this 1/4 inch flat, so 1/8 inch here. And then I will need to add the diameter of the hex head, which is 0.422 divided by, and I'll need half, so 0.422 divided by 2. And then my spherical radius for my head is 0.236. And so now I should have everything to give me a profile that I can revolve. And so I will finish sketch, revolve, select the appropriate axis, and that should give me, we'll double check it. Let me come back. I can double check this. I'll show you real quick. So tools, measure, and what I'm looking at is the diameter of the head is correct. That is 0.422. But what I'm looking at is the diameter of my actual bolt. You know, you can see that it kind of looks kind of out of proportion. So I will come back. I did not catch that when I was doing it, but I can come back to sketch. And so what that is the diameter. I'll add the dimension here, 0.125, and so it should look more appropriate. So now it looks more like what it should in the drawings. And like I said, that is using, if you go to tools, you can use measure, and it will give you different dimensions. We can use it, we can check our height. So we can just click on the flat spot. It gives us the height. You know, so we should be good to go now. Everything looks a little better. Now I'm going to come back to 3D model, and since this is a bolt, we're going to use the thread tool. And so thread, we're going to select our surface or our face that we want to put the threads on. We'll come down, our thread size is 1/4 inch by 20 UNC. And if you remember back to our train body, that would match the 4 holes that we placed for our axle pegs and our wheels on the sides. And then our depth is, if we look at our specifications, it is offset 1/4 inch. So, you know, we turn full depth, you know, you have full depth, that goes all the way. Offset, it's 1/4 inch, not, it's 3/4 of an inch. So we have 1/4 inch offset from the top. And so hit OK. We will add a chamfer at the bottom. It is a 0.03 chamfer. So 0.03. Hit OK. And so now we have the threads portion of our bolt done. We still need to come and do our hex head, so we'll start 2D sketch on that flat surface, project geometry, and now I'm going to go to rectangle and I'll come down to polygon tool. So we are doing a hex head across, so it's 5/32 across flats, and so kind of re-highlight that. So that is from flat side to flat side is 5/32, and then it's 0.111 inches deep. So I'm going to change it. So you have inscribed and you have circumscribed. We're going to use the circumscribed. This is across flats where the other is across points, the corners. And so I will select the center. You're starting from the center. It's kind of like a circle. And you can see we're going, you know, how you're kind of going out to flats. If I were to change it, it would be points. And so we'll just draw a hexagon, and then I'm going to add my dimensions across flats. So, and it's, I'm going to, so when I drew it, I went to this edge here, and so it automatically kind of giving it dimensions to me. I'm going to redraw it. Dimensions, 5 divided by 32. Like I said, that is, you know, we can kind of double check. And so that gives us the right size. Hexagon will extrude. We're going to flip the direction, and then we're going to go 0.111 on the depth. And hit OK. And so now we have our axle peg. We'll change material to ABS plastic. We'll save. File, save as part 6, and we'll save it. And so, like I said, that is the axle peg. We revolved it and then added threads and then extruded our top. So thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the rest of our videos.